Yeah, a lot of credit I wanted to give to Providence. I mean, they made it really tough. Those dudes are fighters over there. I thought a couple times we thought we were going to extend our lead. I thought we had it going a little bit, and they just kept coming back over and over and over again to the very end. But I was really proud of the way our guys fought. This is the Big East. This is, again, I always say it, I think top to bottom, the best league with high-level coaches. Every night, it's going to be a game, and this was no different. I'm glad our guys pulled it out.
Coach, how about the way how you're able to finish the game off at the end, able to hold Providence from stealing the game at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I told the guys at the end, like, if you're a good team, these are the type of games you're going to be in like 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, these type of games if you're a good team. And you got to find a way, and our guys found a way.
I've asked you this before in similar circumstances, but when you're standing there on the bench watching the players play, what's in your mind?
Just whatever the play is, trying to think of the next play, trying to coach the team, just have something in mind for our next action. Talking with our staff, just whatever situation we're in, trying to put ourselves in the best possible position to have the best results we possibly have.
Is it relief when the margin ends up that narrow? But it ends up
honestly, I don't have an emotion towards that stuff until like maybe when I get back home. While we're in those moments, you're a competitor. You're trying to compete. Relief, all that stuff. Those type of things are way later. In those moments, you're thinking, all right, well, what's next? Do we have the ball? Do they have the ball? What play are we going to run? What defense we're going to run? Who's in the game? I don't have time to feel emotions at that time.
Coach, obviously both teams had a slow start to the game. What do you tell your players at the first TV timeout?
I thought we got great shots. I thought we were defending great. I thought we were in a great spot. I mean, it's again, you're not going to make every shot. You're definitely not going to go 100% from the floor. It's just what it is. Sometimes you miss some good ones. I thought we got good ones, so we weren't worried about offense at all. I thought our defense was really good to start the game. I thought our defense, for the most part, was pretty solid throughout. I thought, we had a couple runs in there where we kind of loosened up, took our foot off the gas, but a lot of credit goes to them as well. They made some tough shots. Some guys got warm, but again, I was proud of the way our guys fought to the very end.
Coach, to follow up with that, you talked about rebounding all season as one of the key points that you want to drive home. You out-rebounded a Providence team that's been doing really well at rebounding through the Big East play. How did you like the rebounding tonight?
Yeah, we knew that third-ranked just rebounding team in general coming in. So we knew they were going to go to the glass, and it's multiple guys from different spots going. And I give our guys a lot of credit. They made sure that they were physical on the glass and came up with them.
Kyle, the 85 guys were honored at halftime. I know a lot of them are regulars around the program. And how much do you embrace that and enjoy it? Because it can be a lot.
No, we don't look at it like a lot at all. These guys are big-time guys. That really helps cement Villanova as one of the best programs in the country. And we're honored that they continue to come around and take such pride in the program. And we talk about this in our program all the time. We play for them. We want to make sure that while we're out there, they're looking at what's on the floor, and when we're in the community, what we're doing out there. We want them to be proud of what they see. So we truly feel that way, and we're honored that they continue to come back, and thankful that they continue to come back.
Coach, Perkins, really good scoring stretch off your bench for you guys about middle November to middle December. Although the scoring is maybe cooled off a little bit, made a lot of winning plays tonight. You had to put back late, you had 3 steals. Even if he's not scoring, what do you make of his play tonight late?
Yeah, Perkins is like I call him the battery. He's just a guy that brings a lot of energy and a lot of juice to our team. And he makes shots, miss shots, doesn't really matter. That's going to happen. He's a good shooter. He's a great scorer. That's kind of like who he was, along with a lot of our other guys. But for our program, he's so much more than that. He always brings energy in the locker room, in practice, in games, on the bench. With all the things he does offensively, it pales in comparison to what he does, just being a great dude, great teammate.
You had 9 right out the gates in the second half, and then ended up with, I think, 12, 14 in the second half. How do you feel? Did you get going at halftime, or just your shots started falling, kept that confidence in yourself?
I really just take what the defense give me, and coach got to yell at me to shoot the ball. 'Cause I really come out there looking for my teammates and looking for plays to get them involved. So just me having that hot hand just opened up for me to create for my teammates.
You're obviously such a great facilitator. How do you balance that, where it's like you want to get looks for your teammates, you want to keep being that facilitator, but also being taking those shots on offense and being aggressive?
I would say it's just a mix up of just like just knowing like who you're playing with and just knowing what spots they in, and just knowing like the time and the score. Just I had that feel for the game.
Now, this is your first home game, right? As a Villanova at the Wells Fargo Center. How did you feel the crowd? Did you like it, having all the fans, the wall of white? How did it feel?
I feel like the crowd was definitely into it, and I feel like they brought great energy, and I can't wait for us to be back here with them.
Coach, what would you say was the biggest difference in this win tonight compared to your last 2 games?
To be honest, in the Big East, when you're playing at this level, it's 1 or 2 plays. They could have ran a lob play at the end and dunked that in very easily. The last couple of games, we didn't have the quote result we wanted, in the end of the game. But it really comes down to just doing the little things, whether it's a rebound, a deflection, a steal, just getting one stop, knowing the assignment. It's just 1 or 2 things throughout the course of the game that can dramatically shift results.
Kim was in here a minute ago talking about Eric, about how he believes he's now an NBA player. And I wonder what you've seen from Eric, and I know Jeff just wrote 2,000 words about him, I realize, but at the Art Museum, what have you seen from Eric's growth, evolution, so that now puts him at that level?
I mean, I think about this a good amount because literally, I'm trying to remember coaching without this dude. I've known him for so long. Junior year in high school, right? So, just watching his evolution from then to coming to Villanova and literally going through every single spot. Like, there's not many people who can say, I redshirted. I was a kind of guy that didn't play as much. Then I was a guy that played, maybe didn't start, but played, starter, go-to guy, best scorer in the country. Like, he's done everything there possibly is to do. And then I always say this as well. I mean, if you know him and you have a relationship with him, he's also one of the best people you could possibly be around. Just great culture carrier for our program. I as well obviously think he's an NBA player. The work he puts in he's just a special dude. So I'm glad he's on our side.
Eric gets those final seconds dragged out, endlessly. What's the conversation among the players?
Wait, what'd you say?
It's the final seconds dragged out.
Oh, I thought you said it.
Yeah. No.
The conversation, honestly, we work on all those situations. And, we just talk about getting stops every single day. You guys know how practice is. You have up 1, up 2, up 3, down 1, 2, 3. You go over that kind of stuff, and you put a lot of time into it. So when that situation comes around in the game, we're more than prepared.
Coach, how do you keep the team focused, though, when there's that many whistles, that many stoppages? Just like you think the game's over and then it's not. You think you have the ball, you don't.
I don't think we're there in those moments. These are guys competitors. Right? They want to win just as much as anybody else. They're into it. I don't think they took their foot off the gas or anything like that. It's just a matter of just being organized and knowing what we're doing in the moment. Those guys are, we got big time guys, big time competitors on this team, guys that really care about playing for each other. So it was just simple as just telling them what we were in, offensively and defensively.
Coach, Wuga has been playing, he's 5 double-doubles this season. He only had 3 at Miami over the 3 years. Having him as a wingman, that opens up Eric to do so much more on the court. What has it been like to have a guy like Wuga Poplar be able to do so much both sides of the ball?
Yeah, he's stealing all of Eric's rebounds. But nah, yeah, I mean, Wuga is a big time player, man. When guys come in, especially like transfers, that you know are a talent. You know their talent. You can watch a game and see the talent they is, but it's really hard to understand who they are as people. You try to talk to them as much as you can. You try to talk to other people. But these guys are not like freshmen anymore. They're not just giving up the goods immediately when they come into the program. So it kind of takes a while to see who these guys are. And as we've gone here, we've seen how great of a person this dude is. Wuga Poplar, he's came from a completely different situation, came here, and has just done nothing but try to fit in. Had to change a lot of things, and we asked him to change a lot of things, and he's done nothing but just try to respond. So really proud of that dude. He's come a long way. Definitely proud of him, and I think, having said all that, he can get so much better as well. So looking forward to him this back half of the season.
How about his dunk he had here tonight? Like, what was your reaction to it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen him do all this stuff. I mean, it's still crazy every time. Like his leaping ability, I mean, is pretty unique. We've had some guys here now. Cam Whitmore is a guy who jumps similar to that. Like that's impressive. I think he's right there with him. Like and it's quick. Like he gets up there quick. So glad he's on our side.
Last one, please.
Eric, as a team, you guys out-rebounded Providence by 6. Heading into this game, one of Providence's biggest strengths was the rebounding. You had 8 rebounds yourself tonight. How much of an emphasis was there on rebounding against Providence, that being their biggest strength?
I mean, we base our program on defending and rebounding. Every single game that we come into is something that we try to do. And you guys talk about Wuga. I mean, he's a great leaper. He's a great rebounder. I think that's an underrated part of his game. I mean, he's been great for us this all year, like going and getting after rebounds. So we didn't really approach it any differently. They're a great program, obviously, but it's something that we do every single day.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, guys.